So hi guys. So we're going to tackle about dimension today. You really know. You really want to know what dimensions is? Dimension. So we have three dimensions that every book or every teacher says. On space there are need, width, length. But all are dimensions. Why? Yourself is a dimension. When you started to be born, as you grow and learn, the stages are dimensions. Your connection to the world is a dimension. Your connection to the universe is a dimension. So more than trillion are dimensions. So my intuition electricity proves it because I'm feeling it today. So every invention is a dimension. Electricity is dimension, air is dimension, elements are dimension. Your soul with your body is a dimension. What you tell is a dimension. What you see is a dimension. Everything is a dimension. You hear your love, your sadness is a dimension. Everything. But what we call on those who has no measurement are of course dimension that no measurement. And those who can we measure are what we call. Why do we call space if the space of the thing? Yeah, we can measure that one, but the ones who does not, example the air, you cannot measure that one. Still the dimension. Oh, that one is a dimension. And your connection to each other, your connection to something is a dimension, but no measurement. So I think there's still some scientists or some mathematicians who doesn't. I'm not talking about what I believe, but it just came to my thoughts without. I don't know why. It just came out. So I'm not talking about nothing, but I am talking about what came out in my brain, and of course my intuition instinct because it connects. So everything is dimension. Actually, some there's no limitation or measurement for it, but some yes for the things like that. So why sometimes it's deja vu, or why sometimes, example this one, unexpectedly in my TikTok FYP, if I didn't watch that tarot readers and psychics, why did they just came for me? So we call that miracle dimension. So there are kinds of dimensions actually that they didn't yet discovered. The real knowledge and intelligence, or what we called wisdom, because we cannot compare wisdom to intelligent. 444. So I will give you an example. In my childhood, or some in my high school times, a teacher give a question. Then actually I answered it differently sometimes. So my answer is wrong. But all of them are correct. Of course, there's a wrong also who doesn't studied. Example, what did I encounter? What question did I encounter? Then I answered it differently. I have to go back to my memory first. So I made this question: why do we call the dimension as a dimension? So I will answer it as on my understanding today. I just made that question today, so I will answer it on what I know, but I don't base it on what I read. So I call it dimension because there's no limitation. That's it. But I know the answer is not that one, because every dimension has measurement, right? With length and height for a space. Well, actually, it depends on what subject is that. But I think that the dimension is on math. A space. Yeah, on math. But I answer it like that. So that's how I answer a question sometimes. Even though 111, even on my half brothers actually when they are having their modules, not manual, modules. And I tried sometimes on my aunt's school time, or not aunts, but is she? Or the cousin of my aunt. Every time that there's a question when I answered, even though I based on the paper, still wrong. Because on how I, maybe on how I make the sentence, not grammar, actually, not grammar, but maybe on how I, sometimes how I, the way how I talk is the wrong grammar, but no, it's not the grammar, but how I elaborate the sentence, maybe two, or make the sentence, or connect the words, on how I connect the words. So it's different. Sometimes when I'm a kid, there are time that is my answer wrong. Then as a kid, you will not ask it again. So if it is wrong, it is wrong. So I learned to memorize everything. That's why sometimes I cannot understand the lessons. Oh, there's a prayer today. It's Jeremiah 29, verse 13 to 14. So this is what he given me. So only today again. And that dimension has a limit, but to bring us home. If you want to go home with him, you know what to do. Just awake. You know what to do first to awake. To understand everything. To connect with that dimension. Because God has no limitation on that dimension, but home is the limitation. What did I mean? 111 is love, is passion, his understanding. Everything has no limitation, right? He is just waiting at us to go home with him. What did I mean? Go home as in go home? Seek my words with that understanding. Open your wisdom so that you can understand it. So do that to awakening to understand it. Even though you are mediumly awake, I know you can understand it. Don't give yourself a boundary and limitation. To because he is already with us, but you need to open yourself to him and awake so that you can go home. So, example for the sins and evil deeds. That the dimension that has no limitation. We are the one who can give a limit or boundary for that bad doing of us. Did you understand me? Am I right? Am I wrong? So we are the answer for that dimension. Be limited, not only on home. So, this is a sample of the dimension to home. She is right in this worldly world place.
Even if I am physically alone with the responsibilities that I have, or what I think I need to go through, even if I'm physically alone, I don't entirely feel alone, because somehow I know I'm being guided. And, I feel like that's the encouragement for you here, to realize, you're part of a bigger picture, that you need to open your mind to the idea that these things aren't being done to you. These things are happening for you to make your realizations, for you to learn your lessons, for you to appreciate your life more. Okay? It is really all about perspective here that I'm getting. And I hope that, you see that, because the guidance is kind of saying, when you live with this kind of intention, anything that you do, whether you have opportunities or not, whether you're not able to get what you want, these things, even when you're lost, even when you don't know what to do, and even when you feel challenged, if you can realize that these are just challenges, things to overcome, right? Things that you need to do to change, to have that happiness you want. You live with a better intention for yourself. You're always kind of trusting the path, the journey, that it'll get you where you need to go. And that's how you ultimately achieve the happiness you want, guys. It's ultimately how, if you're looking for love, that love comes to you, whether that's from within yourself or from other people. The happily ever after you imagine, it's something that you can make happen, right? But it all comes from you. When you trust yourself, when you love yourself, when you trust the universe, when you appreciate and are thankful and grateful for all the opportunities you're given, hard or easy, good or bad. It's all about intention. It's all about perspective. And I think our person is really desiring to have this fresh new start in their life. And this may be, hopefully, a way for them to look at things in a different light, so that, they can slowly see that things are working in their favor.
I hope you understand me. It all connects on the topics that I have given you. But I just make it like an amazing and magical words. Simple, but I know some can understand and cannot understand. Seek that to yourself. 333. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell notification, comment if you want.